This video explains how I assembled a 12-piece half-yard bundle from a small 9-piece fabric line in my local quilt shop. My idea was to use patterns from the Stripology Quickie book to make 2 quilts from one fabric bundle for store samples. Here are my observations, discoveries, and tips to consider as you create a bundle or make the Dina or Frankie quilt. My first task: assemble the bundle. The fabric line was heavy on the orange, so it needed a balance. I added more teal. The unique color was difficult to coordinate, but I did find an evergreen grunge and a Tim Holtz crackle. Both were very dark, but my choices were limited at the time. That made 11 fabrics, so I found a Robert Kaufman Shades of the Season cream with metallic gold, which fit nicely with the gold highlights in this bundle I was completing. The second task was pattern choice. I chose the Dina pattern first because the focus is on the fabrics themselves more than the graphic design. Only a small accent piece cut through one corner of the blocks. I chose Butter Fairy Frost. That color is found on the large flowers of the focus fabric. Easy and fun to put together, the most difficult part of this pattern was to distribute the colors in a pleasing manner. The third task was to choose the second quilt pattern. Frankie was my choice because, with 2 accent fabrics, what I had left of the bundle would go farther for a bigger quilt. I had enough to make a lap size. Black was 1 accent. I dared to be bold and picked the deeper yellow gold, as seen in the center of the focus fabric. After making 4 blocks to see the effect of the secondary pattern, it was too dramatic for me. So here's a tip. Make test blocks before cutting all the fabric for a quilt top. It may save time in the long run and save a hunk of fabric which isn't pleasing here to use in a different project where it works better. I removed the creamy gold, the Robert Kaufman Shades of the Season, from the bundle and purchased more of it as the other accent. Comparing my choices for accents in Frankie, now the cream and black may seem a little dull after staring at the yellow, gold, and black for many days. I am more of an earth tone person, so I just felt more comfortable and confident with the cream. Here's a tip. Know yourself. If you like what you have to look at while you sew, it will be easier to finish the project. Tip: never be afraid to change your mind. We're often urged to expand our horizons, to try something new, but if you don't like it, change it. If you like it, you'll probably finish it. I kept the initial group of blocks I made with the yellow to incorporate into the quilt back. I usually do piece leftover fabric from the quilt top or use orphan blocks or extra blocks into the backing fabric. It has become a little surprise when people flip over the quilt. It also is a reminder to me why I didn't like a certain block, or in the case of this, why I changed an accent color. Another discovery was to make sure pieces contrast with its paired accent in Frankie. When a dark green was joined to a black accent, the graphic design disappeared for lack of contrast, and the same goes for the creamy accent paired with a light print. This block is a perfect storm of a double whammy. For my next bundle adventure, I'll ride with Saddle Ranch. It will be a little different since I had more than 20 fabric SKUs to pare down to 12. I plan to have that ready into January. Subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss it.